Hello everybody. Back today with a new game. I took quite some time to think around on what to play and also to try and manage my sleep and migraine issues. It's been quite the issue this week, sadly. But yeah, this week we are starting the Forgotten City. I don't know much about the game. Basically just know that it was originally, I think, a Skyrim mod based around puzzles and all. I think this game has some amount of fighting, if I remember correctly. And yeah, basically also we have a bit of a disclaimer from the team that the content beyond the wide hallway should be avoided by anyone that wants to play the game themselves. Apparently, so let me remove my music and we can start, I think. See what this is all about. Again, as I do with many games, I don't know much about the games I play beforehand. Game was developed by mystery adventure with multiple endings. It rewards thoughtful conversation and exploration, not brute force. The fate of the city is in your hand. Okay, prison day. So we're gonna have multiple eras. This I had somewhat heard about.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are? Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Recent head trauma has increased your pain threshold, making you 50% harder. Oh, okay, so we've got choices about our archetype, I guess? Okay, I guess this one is is the one I want to get the most. This one, I feel like I would just never use the bullets. So let's not. These two are pretty good too, but let's go on a more thoughtful path, I guess. The way this is like presented makes me really feel it's made from a Skyrim mod. The way you like zoom in on the faces and all.
Oh, you're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago,
What?
and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped
So
or
she doesn't
injured,
know us, but she's
worse.
like straight
I would have gone in
straight up
after
asking
him,
us
but he
to
made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's
to
no way
like
I'm
go
leaving
help someone
without
she
him.
knows.
So I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please? Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy.
I'm gonna
I
have to
just-
check
What
how
do you want to know?
like if I have limited FPS on this game because my PC is getting up real fast, so maybe it's in unlimited FPS mode.
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe
Ooh.
you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him,
Okay,
I'm
so we've
sure.
got someone like
Once you
us.
find him, that is. You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
Okay, there's probably some amount of mythology lore on the Tiber I could probably gather from this, but I'm not knowledgeable enough on mythology to actually remember what's so specific about the Tiber. I think there is some story about Caesar going over the Tiber armed for the Roman Revolution when you are supposed not to go over the Tiber while armed, I think. But maybe I'm misremembering the river name, that little story.
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
Well, she's got quite the priorities, I see.
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul.
Like she does not have any phone or something?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean? Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you. All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I'm doubting this is her real name. Oh, why? Why would you integrate that?
You're welcome. Always happy to help. Was there
Well, I'm also
anything else you
curious of
wanted to
why
ask?
she did not want to tell us her name. Can we go
Oh,
along that path again?
Oh. All... Look, if you really want to know all the tragic details, perhaps I can fill you in after you find Al? Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
I'll pass. Don't wanna play the game.
Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Ooh. Ah, nice. I need to change the controls. So first, let's see. Can I reduce FPS amount or something? Oh, it is vertically synced, so it should be in 144 FPS. Volume sounds good. Oh. Well, no, I need to reduce effects at least. Let me reduce a bit of everything and reduce effects even more. Why do these effects? Oh no, user interface. Let's have you at 25. Yeah, it's a bit low, but it's for me, but it's alright. I would rather have it too low than too high. Hello, hello, you right, eh? Indeed, we forgot. Control. Oh, we've got two crouches, okay. Zoom, weapon. Okay, let's see all of. Yes, bye. Hope you are doing alright, you right, eh? Day. Oh. Okay, maybe I will. Okay, we move so much slower when we're not going forward. Okay, I can only sprint forward. Unsurprisingly, but sometimes you can. It's a bit jarring how slow you walk when you're strafing. Like, look at that. I'm not doing anything to go slower. I'm just going left and right.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation. Or a warning. Alworth.
Alworth. Okay, so this one knows his full name and all. I'm gonna reduce a bit video quality, I think. What can I do? To maybe have... let's reduce a bit LOD. Reduce a bit shadows. Yeah, that still looks fine. I'm gonna see how my PC reacts to this. Oh, okay, we are locked now. Oh shit! Okay, we've got an amount of breathing and all. I'm curious. I wonder why a puzzle-oriented game would have so many other mechanics. Maybe it just stems from its creation as a Skyrim mod. Okay, so I'm supposing this is a white corridor. Okay, I thought I heard something move, but it was just the fire, I think. Many shall suffer for the sins of the ones. Of the one. Everyone is... Oh, this one is clipping. Mid-stride, what would have made a gladiator flee? Everyone seems to be fleeing, pretty much. Oh, that's a weird door opening. Okay, I'm gonna, I think, turn the game down a bit again in quality. Because it keeps stuttering. I don't know how much you all see it, but might as well. I've removed motion blur. Let's reduce shadows again, maybe. Yeah, the game really does not like me panning left to right. Oh, this also feels very much like a stigma of being a Skyrim mod, having a quick save and all. Oh, this is a staggered staircase animation. Oh. Well. Goodbye, Al, I guess.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now, and find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Well, I guess we might as well try to figure out what's happening, right? I wonder why some staircases are so staggered and some are not. I mean, probably a bug of some sort. Maybe an earlier asset. Holy. Take this guy first. Well, not like we have much of a choice. Building a great circular portal and two women. I wonder who they could be. Could one of them be Karen? Who knows? Perhaps whoever brought me here can send me back.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina? Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you? Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine?
Yeah, Galerius, he really is Mr. Clean.
Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So, let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine. Not laws, law.
There is
There's
just
one,
one.
the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming? Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your pretty new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking her to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her, if I were you. She's, it's not my place to say. Down on the right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. This central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Galerius, you're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
So it seems like there are multiple kind of casts, I guess. Like this guy and maybe the magistrate have probably been here for longer compared to maybe Galerius and the others who maybe came in the same way we did. I did not get to ask him why he spoke English. I feared it would like, I guess, look weird to him, but maybe he's actually from the future too. He seemed to have appeared in the same fashion as us, and he seemed to say that the others did too. So we'll see. I don't think so. Let's just get killed second two.
Follow me.
I'm guessing they don't like us to ask too many questions.
Now is the golden rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the golden rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. Who's up these stairs?
Okay, so the golden rule might be about what we read earlier, about the crimes of one, condemning the many.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name? A curious name to match a curious accent.
Well, excuse me for my accent, I guess.
The piercing and astute eyes of Athena. You must be a woman of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago. Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months.
Aha, 7 months, okay.
22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin? Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please.
Okay, so
Ask me.
everyone came in from the future, supposedly. It's weird a bit that this guy is so expecting us to be the one to help specifically him, but also the sign that someone is about to break the Golden Rule, considering other people appeared. Though the 20-something of them might have appeared all at the same time, maybe. But no idea, not sure. Okay, let's see what counts as a scene
Intelligent
here.
question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
I kind of want to say this one, but will I die on the spot? Let's try it.
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric? Of course, what else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well. On occasion, but our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. I do not see the harm.
Well, I feel like anything we try, he's gonna have something to say about all of this. Well, let's just say my mistake.
On the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you. You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you? 2,000 years? That is unfathomable.
Might as well not lie for that one.
In your time, what did you see? What had become of us? Of this city? I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times.
Might as well not do abuse
Still
lies.
breaks my heart to hear the truth of it. All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual.
But he's still here.
I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
Ah, I
That
see.
was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you? Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for. Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough. Okay, does he have any suspect if I do this? Okay, do you have any
ever
suspect?
stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice
fair.
the independence of your
A fair
investigation,
answer. I like this answer, really.
Me? Why would you suspect me? I've just told you, I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure these people have a second
Well, technically
chance.
we are not 100%
Reason could
sure
you
he's the
possibly
one
have to
that's
suspect
gonna
me
sacrifice
of all
himself,
people?
but...
I'm glad you think so. Without trust, without each other, we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen.
Fair enough, I'd rather not have his opinion. Because I'm very much prone to just sing the inverse. Just out of suspicion, I guess.
If I understand Prosperna's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us.
If we change the past for all of us... Not sure what's gonna happen to us, actually.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break?
Not like we have much of a choice.
No, I don't suppose you do. But I'm hoping that even if you're not burdened with a sense of self-sacrifice, you'll at least see the sense in self-preservation.
Well, this one we've got.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them, if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately. Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
Can we not read this? It just said we could read documents. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out what I can interact with in this game. Okay, let's not steal. Scintilla to Sentius, May Jupiter, Optimus, Maximus continue to protect and guide you. Thank you for making me your daughter. The lovely birthday pendant. I will wear it always. Feel safe and fortunate to have you as my father and Cynthia as my sister. Since you've been feeling apprehensive about the election next month, if you can just show them the strong and dependable man I know you to be, you'll be re-elected, I'm sure of it. Sentius adopted her, okay. Okay, so I can pretty much only read documents that are opened, I feel. This might be Santilla?
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do
Oh,
you
or
want?
maybe his wife.
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the
Okay.
magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that? Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation? You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing God who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent God would let my sister go missing on his or her watch? Oh, I'd say it to their faces if they had the courage to show themselves. Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing. That's what I thought. I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving. I suppose we will. I trust you can see yourself out.
Man, she's an asshole. Today my father suggested I write a diary as a way to keep myself occupied while we all deal with the sudden and devastating disappearance of my sister. As a dutiful daughter, of course, I shall oblige. Following pages contain my innermost secret. I know reading this, father. I may be young, but do not think me stupid. We're all entitled to our secrets. Well, he tried. Pretty cool to be able to examine everything in all of its angles and all. So I'm expecting maybe Cynthia will have also a journal, maybe not. Maybe not, actually. Oh ho. Cynthia, to Centius and Cynthia, may Clementia give you the strength to forgive me. I'm sorry to have to leave you this way, but I have found a way to escape and I must take it. Hope we meet again someday. So Cynthia did not actually disappear, she just left.
Oh, look, you're back. I trust.
Was wondering if like maybe Cynthia would have something to say about Cynthia's note.
Ah, you've returned. Do you have any new... Sextus Sentius Imperiosus is my name, though magistrate is the proper way to address me. Before I wound up here, I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome, helping protect civilization from the barbarians. My men and I were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting dignitary arriving upriver by barge. Now the port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from streets and alleyways in every direction. They were trying to escape a terrible fire. Unfortunately, the crowd sent my horse into a panic, and I remember it losing its footing.
Oh, so everyone fell in the
The next thing
Tiber.
I knew, I was waking up on a riverbank not far from here in the company of some stranger.
Hmm.
I went looking for my horse and discovered that lonely temple. You can probably figure out the rest. I was elected 7 months ago, uncontested because of my command experience. Since then, there's been growing agitation for another election. They're supposed to be annual, but I agreed to hold it sooner, hoping it would placate my constituents. Unfortunately, it just seems to have emboldened certain elements instead. It's a cavalry officer. I had 30 men under my command. This was my uniform. As magistrate, I usually wear a toga, but today I may need to survive long enough to create the portal for you, so it seemed prudent.
I see, so he expects to maybe be murdered.
Very well. If I did, I'd have led these people out of here already. I've had plenty of time to think about it. Let me see if I can sum up my thoughts. I've always considered my guiding star to be the well-being of the Roman people. Our survival and prosperity have always hinged upon honoring the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. Give the gods what they want and we all prosper. Dishonor them and we all die. It's as simple as that. The real enemy in this place is not the golden rule, but human failings. The temptation to slide into degeneracy, greed, and hubris. I trust that answers your question.
Okay. I think I don't have anything
I'll be
better
waiting here
to
for news.
ask him right now. Considering we asked about pretty much everything back then. Okay, I'm gonna continue in just a minute. I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I am back. Let's get back into it. Move that. And we go.
What were you two talking about? Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. If he's making a last-ditch effort to pick up votes by talking to a woman, he's even more senile than I thought. Everyone knows women can't vote.
This guy seems like a very sympathetic sort. Freak off. Can I read that? No, okay. Can we hear golden statues, maybe? Anyway, ancient Romans offer daily prayers for protection. This be the wind. Or another voice. Probably the wind. Probably it's just the wind. Directions to a secret shrine. Enter the caves behind the theaters and turn right at the first fork and the second.
I'm afraid this area is private. I must ask you to leave. A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from.
Yeah, that's quite a question to start with.
Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?" The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction.
Oh, this looks hard.
In high office, by which time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate
Nice,
that is.
okay.
So, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a
I see, she's
refreshing
pretty
change.
open, I guess.
You really don't know? You are from far away, aren't you? Well, I am one of the priestesses, charged with keeping the sacred flame in Rome's shrine of Vesta burning. I take it you know who Vesta is?
Let's have her remind me.
Vesta is the mother goddess of hearth and home, and the
I'm
guardian
gonna
of the
maybe
land.
have voices higher up. There's a lot of talking in this game.
You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here? Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you. Older. I see. I wonder if...
Could this be the other name of some goddess or some sort?
I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns. I know. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too.
Uh-oh.
Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community,
darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the golden rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you?
So she's pretty much telling us to look into it, but not too hard. Kind of.
Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns. I don't, I'm afraid. It seems to me we're exiled here until the gods judge us, one way or another. I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We asked for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long.
Is there a short version? I think I want the short version, I guess.
I suppose so. Jupiter and Mercury put a town to the test by disguising themselves as vagrants and asking for shelter there. Everyone turned them away and failed that test, except for an old couple named Baucis and Philemon, and so the gods gave them time to escape and granted them a wish, and then wiped that town off.
Holy!
Some say the moral of that story is that we must all honor the sacred rituals of guest friendship, the reciprocal obligations owed between hosts and guests. But I like to think it's that we should always show compassion for those less fortunate than ourselves.
I don't fully dislike this one, but let's agree with her. She's been good with us so far. Let's not antagonize her too hard.
It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you ask? All of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend, unless they're running, of course. That's just the way it's always been, I'm afraid. It never sat right with me, either. There are some women who can vote, Vestal priestesses like myself, but in this case, given my role overseeing the election, I've decided to abstain.
So she handles part of the elections, it seems.
I'm being anything but fair and independent, but if it's any consolation, there are other ways to influence the outcome of an election. By using whatever gifts the gods gave you. Nothing untoward, of course.
Can we start the election now, please? Let's not do that.
I'm responsible for announcing it and making sure the procedures are followed. You can, assuming they're eligible and willing to accept the nomination.
Okay, I feel like this is gonna be useful at some point.
Certainly. And did you notice anything? A pattern?
Well, we can't already tell her about the Tiber.
Asking people how they wound up here. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind. And come back to me once you've acquainted yourself.
I'm gonna make audio level for voice higher. And reduce ambience a tiny bit, maybe even further, because it seemed like we could hear chirps quite a lot at some point.
Please leave before you break the golden rule.
Come on. Okay, yeah, we can hear. What do you mean she can see us right now? Who can see us even? Okay, let's just go upstairs if I can. We're always seen here for some reason. Wait. Oh. For some reason I thought that the bus moved or something. Did not keep proper track. Okay, nothing in there. Well, we are still seen for some reason, so let's get out.
What now?
Okay, let's bother him another
Stay
time.
away, huh, lovely? The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus? You go through me. Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why. You want to see me fight? Keep running your mouth, fatuous cunners.
I feel like that's not a good word.
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected. He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see.
Let's just play along.
We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem. Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it. I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable in return. Bribe? That's such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute to me, your soon-to-be patron. Dunno. Something good. Just make it good. Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
Well, you can't watch everywhere all the time. I'll find a way. Just you wait. I'm trying. But sadly, I did not have time to take the note from the Vesta priestess, sadly. I can't really remember the path to the secret shrine. We'll get another occasion to get it, probably. Okay, so we still have this. Okay, free money owned by no one. Looks suspicious, but hey. Might as well take it. I wonder if we have some kind of time-based stuff. What? No, that's a weird. Ladder. Okay, considering I know there is some fighting and I don't have anything to fight, I'm not confident going in the dark with no one. Okay, you'll try to help me, but how? Oh? Okay. Oh no. What have I done? Okay, so I can't seem to hold on to that. Now I just jump. Not really. We are not that great at jumping, but I guess at some point we're gonna be able to get there. Just would rather not fall to my death. They actually pondered playing Cairn for some time, but figured maybe something less story focused and starting from the middle of my own playthrough wouldn't be maybe as interesting as something you see from start to finish. But I've been having a lot of fun over playing Cairn these I was about to say these past 2 days, but actually not. It released yesterday. But yeah, for pretty much all of yesterday evening, for like 4 or 5 hours, something like that. Such a good game. Absolutely beautiful game, but also a very difficult one. But in a way, the difficulty is also what makes it so beautiful at times. Like, you will struggle climbing some stuff for a good 10 minutes, maybe even more. But then when you arrive at the end,
Salve, friend.
you are just the happiest person alive, trying to... Oh. Well, Maleodus looks like kind of an asshole, so... Let's see, what do you have to
Salve,
say?
friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far? That's good, in a sense. If you're not on edge, you've not been paying attention. But on the bright side, once you've been here a few months, well, it's slightly less terrifying anyway. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Let's see, what's your story?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens.
Sorry, I keep
Not quite
having
how I
my
expected my life to go.
arrow in
I used to
people's
live in a
face.
lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose. Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people. and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
Could we all be dead? Maybe.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
I love how you can just answer fair enough to so much stuff. So she said God and not gods.
If you like.
So that's where the question you're a Christian comes from.
I'm afraid not. Although I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it works out. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin? You don't think that's a little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen.
Well, if she was in
Innocent
Rome
men
and a
and
Christian, she...
torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer. If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention.
We always can answer fair enough.
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible. Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no.
Come on, move.
Yes, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Good luck, I'm out of here.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Go on, go ahead.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire. I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I am out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love, I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Oh no.
I can't believe he went through with it.
Well, we did not have much of an occasion to try and stop him.
Lamb. I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Let's see. I need him alive if I want to learn what he knows. Figure out how to stop Ulpius from killing himself. Okay, so considering the way it's... when I remove the plaque from here, I need to find it to decipher the meaning of the obelisk. Okay. Considering the way the quest is worded, I'm guessing we're gonna have another chance. How can we pass this test if we don't know the rules? Yep, indeed. Oh, Grand Temple door is locked. Yes, I'm guessing at some point we're gonna be able to use that. Similarly, we're gonna be able to... Oh, there is water down here. I'm not gonna try it, but... maybe at some point it's gonna be doable, I don't know. Yeah, probably at some point we're gonna be able to go back and retry with Ulpius, I guess. Because the quest is not marked as failed. Okay, so this might be the shrine, the secret shrine. I mean, at least the path to it. Then we're still gonna need to know how exactly to get there. He listens with their ears. So someone is able to use the golden statues to listen to what's happening, maybe? I feel like we're gonna get some upgrade and stuff at some point. We'll see. Okay, we've got some moolah. I wonder if it's enough to get into Malleolus's villa, but I'm locking myself in. Don't try to follow me. Nothing good will come of it. Navia. Okay, so probably we're gonna be able to get out from there. Oh, who are you? Hello.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step. Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but family's from Seleucia on Tigris, Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads.
I'm gonna try and maybe swap to controller. I feel it's might be good. Might be good enough. Oh, I can't swap in the middle of the game. Okay. We're gonna continue that way then.
Same way as everyone else.
Oh, so no info for us, I guess.
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious? magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now.
So Rufus seems to be a bit of a paranoiac, I guess, even though considering the situation he might be right, but...
If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either. None of your business. In Troite ipsum commensura. If we have to. If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation? I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
Oh no, we even got that now. We get all the references from when the game came out.
I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong. While we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned. I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something.
I don't like it either, now that you have told that, but I get the feeling. I've been considering what I've heard.
Of course I am. Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us? No. Whatever.
Okay, let's not bother. Kind of want to follow him. Okay, no way we can go from here. Oh, come on, bro. Using fresh water. Kind of want to see where Rufus is gonna go. I say as I'm looking at the fish sauce jar. Doesn't seem to be doing much of anything aside from just walking around. Uh-oh. Mierder?
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Yulia. She was a good woman. She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall, but there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath. Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututo and scratching his eyes out.
Okay, we're gonna try and get this. We're gonna steal it or buy it. It's gonna be
I'm Lucretia.
a whole
and I'm
ordeal,
going to
we'll
be
see.
straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and
Oh
out
yeah,
of my
Nevia is the
depth
one
and
that
miserable all the time. But I'd rather
hid
take
in
this
the
on
temple.
myself than let one of you lot mess it up. My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here.
Well, it seems like everyone mentioned the Tiber.
It's alright. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it. Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense.
Is Apollo god of disease, really?
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too, until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain. I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
Thanks, I suppose.
We are truly accumulating a lot of quests.
I wish. Some people here need proper medical care, not the half-baked, hanging by a thread excuse for treatment I'm giving them. Just don't get sick or injured here. I'll do my best to treat you, but I'm out of my depth, and dangerously short on everything you can imagine. A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands.
I'm gonna keep that one for last, just in case she loses any sort of belief in me.
Sure. What do you want to know? Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it. Hemlock, I believe. I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolus's villa, and they are quite secretive.
Okay, so Malleolus's villa probably has some stuff for us about that.
Gladly. Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her.
Navia.
But that was Navia, and she went a little mad. Well, she used to run the clinic. She was until
Okay, I think we've got all of that.
Changes everything. The last time, and then she's been gone so long. But I really, one of my patients, he's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. Thanks. Well, come back if you get.
God of disease, healing, and healing among other things. Yeah, music too, I think.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Okay, doesn't seem to be anything else in here. Quisha has left. So maybe we can... Oh no, maybe she's going back. Would like at some point to grab the note. Door is locked. What about the priestess?
Ave again. Did you find what you need? And did you notice anything? A pattern? Yes. I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else? There are definitely some common threads there. Keep asking people how they were. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind. Come back.
Okay, while she's over there, I'm gonna go in the temple. Grab the note. Real quick. Can I not get it? Gonna whoop. Take a screenshot of it. Okay, I'm out. Seems like there's a lot of fog right now, all of a sudden. I don't think there was so much back then. The many shall suffer the sins of the one.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land. Greetings, I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail? And now you have me more intrigued than before. But since it appears you do not wish to share, I will wait until we are better friends.
Okay, this one is a respectful
To
one.
get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
Ah, he's a direct and a pretty sympathetic one, at least for now.
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum. You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all? I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
Fair enough.
Oh, and there is another reason too. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best.
I had a feeling it was gonna be about that.
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
So he forgot.
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa. Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am. Anything you like.
So he met a stranger too.
So loud! What are you playing at? I must ask you to stop that at once. Have you not been told about the last attempt? Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. It is a long story. Aha, you are witty. I like that. Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too
Well, in
far.
Cairn you could, probably.
As they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out. They have. I am getting to that. There was an attempt made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where the tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place, and so I say it is best to not even discuss it aloud. Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate. Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld.
Right, this is how Winter was born,
The mother of Persephone
supposedly.
learned of this. She did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks, and the rivers
And
dried
this
up.
one is reverse.
Innocent people
He
died by the
made
tens of
summer, I
thousands,
guess, in a
until
way.
at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The Golden Rule has merely brought it into focus. If we are to survive, I say we must each heed the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing."
Well, this is kind of a base rule of many religions, I guess. Was told that as a kid. Basically is what made me, I guess, empathetic to most people in the world. Pretty easily. More people should do that, I guess.
It does, doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act. Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not? That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Oh. So some people have been, how do I say this? Threatened rather, into voting for Malleolus.
Nothing comes to my mind, my friend. I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Okay, nothing in there, just a changing room. Nothing to read. A note insinuating that Virgil is a sinner. Virgil, do you really want to be responsible for the sin that destroys us all? Ah, interesting that it's readable on the other side, I guess. Okay, so somehow the note is part of the chest. Virgil, I know who you are and what you want. Turn away from this past before we all suffer from your sins. Or maybe he got many notes, actually. They may not see you yet, but I want you to know I see you. Seems to be slowly but surely turning to night. Let's take a loaf of bread. Never hurts. Okay, simple recipe for bread. Nothing to see in there. Odysseus' chest is locked, sadly. I don't see any trace of this Odysseus so far. We don't know if stealing is would break the golden rule, is what I meant actually. Let's not, I guess. Peccator. Sinner. Did he make a weapon, maybe?
Help! You have to do something!
Oh no.
A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon.
Uh-oh.
You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule. None of us do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the only one in the city. You'll just have to improvise. Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over. What? We don't have time for this. I have to go. Ugh.
Okay, so now she moves, but what do we do?
The shrine is collapsing.
Oh. Beware, shrine may collapse at any moment. Well, moment is now.
Fabia, no! Oh gods, she's dead! Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her! Oh Fabia, why did you have to go in there?
I tried to tell her not to go in there. Even though I didn't know why yet, but... So what? Where are the baths, actually? I did not do it duly.
Hello? Hello? My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up. I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure. Yes, but I wasn't. I was just looking.
Just looking, yes.
They said I did it more than once, but I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy. Yes. They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do Do you think you could read it for me?
Oh, let's give it a look. Oh, that's a huge letter. Magistrate Sentius explains Dooley was locked up to prevent him from trespassing. I'm writing to you in relation to your incorrigible antisocial behavior arising from your obsession with an alleged lost treasure. While I'm sympathetic to your plight, passing of your guardian, Hannibal, some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memorial limitations, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, as you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns, which are strictly off-limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community, and must have your freedom limited, lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember why you are incarcerated should you experience further lapses in memory.
What does it say? My treasure! My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns, but when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me, except my friend Galerius and Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady. Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you.
Mm-hmm. So he wishes to trade.
You're mean.
Oh, well, he's not gonna believe us now. The election is on. Seem to be able to do stuff with these. Not for now. Well, I didn't do much so far. Oh, so this one is Decius. This one is Virgil, I see. Ulpius loves Sentia. Correct. Ulpius killed Sentia. Hmm.
Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and Marcus Malleolus Gurges. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Georgius.
Malleolus.
Dacius.
Malleolus.
Galerius.
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil.
Malleolus.
Rufius.
Malleolus.
And finally,
Okay, so basically everyone except Virgil votes.
citizens, you have made your decision.
Like basically only Horatius votes for Domitius and Galerius doesn't vote for anyone.
I said, hail Magistrate Malleolus. That's more like it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe, because the tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden. For my first act as magistrate, I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era. The myth of the Golden Rule is no more.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
For his attempt to deceive us all, Sentius is hereby found guilty of treason against
Oh.
What?
Directly kill the guy as soon as you are elected. I see the strategy.
to fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against Domitius. Here and now for your entertainment.
Man, this one's an ass.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Wait, I exercise my right as a Vestal priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Well, we can't really do much right now.
Time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer.
Well,
The sins of the one.
oh no, we must run. Come on, bro. No! But I'm fucking lost. I do not like this mechanic at all. Oh no, I'm fucking lost. I'm super duper lost. Oh no, this one's awake too. Come on. Dodge! I'm taking the long pass again. As always, we see I'm bad with directions, like very, very bad. I'm trying to run as little as I can. Do it when I have to dodge stuff. Oh, I completely missed the pass. Uh-oh. Oh, shit! Okay, we found it. Oof. Okay, I hope we are not gonna have to do that every time. Even though I would expect we do.
Salve, friend.
So we are back in
I'm
time.
Valerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina? I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life. Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you. Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Oh, could we have... Oh, nice. Zipline handlebar. Great.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking.
Nice.
And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably. Alright, see you around.
Okay, just gonna... Galerius, let me talk to you again.
Ah, it's you
To know a bit more
Hope you're
about
settling
you.
in, friend. Now, what's on your mind? Well, it's a long one and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it. I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and 2 little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. Sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young. It was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still burns whenever I think about it. Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting.
They all come from the Rome fires, apparently.
Cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place and started my life over again. That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself.
Of course.
Of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry. Nemesis is waiting, and he'll get his one day. He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes. Thanks, friend.
Sure, lie.
Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
Don't know what the difference actually is, because like nothing forces us to forget actually.
Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Scintilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia, but she'd never tell the likes of me.
Well, she'd probably not tell us either, considering she seems to hate us.
Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know? I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life.
Well, he seems like he would accept a nomination. Okay, so I supposedly can only use my zipline from here. How do I even use a zipline? Okay. Okay, that way. It's a bit tricky to find where to click, apparently. We can only use it from one end, which... well, fair, I guess. Am I back with 0 money? Inventory. No, I still have my money, but can I get it back from here? For example? Ah, okay, so we can kind of farm money in a way. I'm gonna look into if we have to do the whole escape sequence each time. Because if we do, I might look for a way to mod it out. We'll see.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come. The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. They never do. There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more. The bloodless shadows. This
Okay,
is
so
their
bloodless
punishment.
shadows refers to the statues, apparently.
You think you wish to know, but you do not. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
Okay, keep your
The newly
secrets.
arrived are ignorant of the road before them. Cerberus lifts his triple head. and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Love Poem to an Unspecified Woman by Galerius. Okay. Or has been hard at work on a prototype zipline. So this is Horatius's room.
Ixion turns.
Small wooden model of an arena, possibly Verona Arena, which was in the 1st century and is still in use today. Oh yeah, right. Okay, so this is Virgil's room.
Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns.
Theophilus had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. Holy shit. This is a burn. The dice tower designed to stop people from cheating when rolling dice. Failed cheating must be a problem among Romans. Domitius. I'm trying to remember who everyone is. Okay, he's a gladiator. Let's take a bottle of wine, could be useful. So this might be where we find a bow and arrow. Since everything was thrown down in the chasm. Maybe? Maybe not? Found some goose eggs.
Salve.
Hello, friend. Yeah, let's see in there. Trying to inspect every statue to see find anything. Can we not take this apple? No, we can't. Okay, can we not climb over here? I see these butterflies. They seem to always show up where there's something to look at or gather. Okay, I can't do the little old Skyrim tech of trying and just forcing my way through. So let's keep some focus trying to find the place to go on the left. To look at that spot I couldn't get to. Don't steal anything, don't hurt anyone, don't worry about this, didn't get a chance to finish evidently. So maybe there are some spots where we can only get once the day ends, maybe. Considering some spots are closed by golden statues. Okay, this is not far enough. Can I just jump back, please? Thank you. Platforming is a bit rough. It looks half intended, actually, is kind of what's happening. Okay, I know I should go see the priestess. I know. Might as well just keep looking where I haven't been yet. Note scroll in which the author makes the case against the existence of the Golden Rule, the myth of the Golden Rule, by Durotas the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by paying my respects to the god responsible for this city, for our continued prosperity and seclusion. He deserves our admiration, but here I must depart from custom. For his attempt at imposing strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreaching, and deserving of our contempt. Who among us has not awoken at night in a cold sweat, fearing some sort of accidental transgression of the Golden Rule? All of us must accept that we are all capable of error, whether from a momentary lapse in judgment or a conscious decision based on faulty reasoning. Yet the great thread, the sword of Damocles that we live under is, I believe, merely a deception, and I shall prove it to you. Let me begin by dismissing the counter-arguments. First, it may be argued that the inscription stating the many shall suffer for the sins of the one is evidence that the Golden Rule is very real. That is logically unsound, for we cannot assume the writers knew any more than we did. That this message was inscribed does not make it true any more than if I were to inscribe Durotas the Younger is a god. Second, it may be argued that the statues in this place are evidence that the Golden Rule is real. It need not remind me of that. It was I who discovered them all around this city. It was I who collected them, placed them in a handcart, and placed them in the niches in which they sit today. I will not soon forget them, and yet I refuse to leap to the conclusion that they were that they were once real people. There is simply no evidence to support that conclusion. When we read the story of Venus bringing Pygmalion sculpture Galatea to life, we do not believe it is true. Why should we take a different view here? But ultimately, these arguments are just that. The years of living in fear, there is only one way for me to prove that the Golden Rule is a falsehood, and that is through action. Friends, I apologize in advance for this, but one day you will see this moment as a turning point in our city's history. To see once and for all, if the Golden Rule is real as I struck one of you with my fist. Well, he sure looks like he got it. So it seems like violence is against the Golden Rule, but maybe not stealing. Okay, so Rufus is back here. Is it some blood over here? Maybe. Oh, it started looking at me. Oh. I saw you. I saw you look at me. Not all. Oh, this one shifted too. That's ominous.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people.
Oh,
so
is
you
this?
can just call me Virgil.
What is this accent? I feel like I know it, but maybe it's not that.
Well, I'm an architect. Or at
Well,
least I
it might be a
was
bit
back
too
in
much
Rome.
to be
That's probably too
French accent, I
grandiose a
guess.
term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place. Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek. Well, yes, that could be the reason. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell. Gladly.
Let's see about the architecture
Personally,
now.
my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm. Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Yeah, and how to get into the upper cistern. I guess maybe Durius could know. Dury is his name, I think.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know. Of course.
Okay, let's see.
You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I'd tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the Golden Rule, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. Nothing new to me, anyway. Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Novio Magus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility.
They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans. Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean,
Yes, because gods
once
never
you've
have
been here long
flaws,
enough,
especially in
you notice
Roman and
people doing
Greek
things
mythology.
that just seems so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you? Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option. Good question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you give it some thought. Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility.
Yeah, I had just thought this would be it when he said he had issues in his Batavi tribe.
To know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself, so I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong. It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Cultists?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one God, and that he considers my nature a sin.
Oh, so
Can you
Christians.
believe that? If there are any of them
So
here,
far I
they
haven't,
won't
I
admit
have
it.
seen only one of
Not
them.
since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule. What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused. Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he has a vision. My vote isn't for sale, if that's what you're asking. Nice to talk to you.
Okay.
Salve. Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius. You mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale. Alright. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire.
Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done. Of course I chose the cart.
I knew he would be like that.
If I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber. Naturally, I dived in after it, hoping to salvage my fortune. Only,
What
I
a
guess I must have hit my
dumbass.
head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin. Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune, because this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here. I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her.
Yeah, I haven't
Some
spoken to
people here are a
Aurelia
little
yet.
shady for my liking. Oh yeah, gotta watch out. Old Dacius has got your back though. It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk. Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet. Thank you, friend.
Well, this is no promise. I'm not gonna give him a bow, but might as well not tell him outright.
I don't, I'm afraid. But I did overhear Fabia telling Georgius she saw something. She was headed to the baths not long ago. Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us? Certainly. Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii. Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it. That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say,
5 years of salary. What the hell, man?
Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget?
No,
Very well.
fuck off.
Another time.
I might steal it at some point. At least try. Might as well do a little save. Yeah, okay, it's only when you are close enough that they look at you straight. I'm gonna try and see what the priestess has to say now that I've got a bit more of a connection to all of that. Like, more common threads. Though I should probably go see Aurelia too. Always remember they are watching. Yep, bye. Best to put it back immediately. Yep. Now let's not go here just so we don't start the event with with the person in the bath with a bow. Since I don't have one myself. Even though, even with one myself, I couldn't attack them, right? I would just like to go back to Aurelia. Okay, I'm gonna try and see if I can get that spot I was missing. So I need to go here, so let's see. Okay, basically I just need to go down from that door that leads to Aurelia. Yeah, I think I'm too far now. No, maybe not? Yes, I am. Okay, so yeah, know where I go from here. Yeah, I thought there could be... Oh, maybe from here, actually. Wait, no, I don't think so. Let's just go back. But yeah, I was thinking I could drop down and get in a sort of grotto to go to that spot, but apparently not. Can maybe at some point get that too. Okay, so let's check on Aurelia. I think after that we're gonna have seen most people. Don't like this place at all. Bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. The place is called Akers. Here, Sitios offers a prisoner to return in... Oh, multiple pages? No, okay. I would have liked for the game to not have not have the keybinds to... Oh. Only they could support my weight, so I have to find a way to lower my weight, I guess, kind of, somehow. Okay, let me get out of here. Okay, so this gets us back here. The glass stone dish with a symbol of a fish carved into it, like it might be religious in nature. Okay. Okay, I guess I'm gonna be able to go there via the vines I saw earlier, maybe. Oh well. Okay, so we are back here. Guess we can just go back and go to the tavern. And pretty much everything in here. Basically, I think I'm missing only 2 people's story. So the person that tried to get me to help with that one guy with a bow and that one guy with a bow, precisely. Should be the 2 I'm missing, aside from Aurelia, whom I'm going to see here.
Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before, a certain learning and sophistication.
What? What are those choices?
Why? Just because I'm a woman? Honey, it's your loss. I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern? Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
I don't care, I just want to know what happened to you. Ah, so we have to play along for her to care?
You know, normally I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here. Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it?
Everyone just wants
Is it
1,000
worth,
denarii.
say, 1,000 denarii to you? If I took your money without giving you what I promised, I'd be breaking the golden rule, wouldn't I? And I have no interest in doing that. Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
She seems very sure of herself for not taking the way out herself.
Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now. I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now, do you want it or not? What's the matter? Can't afford it? Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others, on occasion.
Maybe we could take some loans. We don't really care. We just go back in time anyway.
I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink. Certainly, for 10 denarii.
Aww.
Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now she just stands around caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my
But like, you haven't told me anything for 10 denarii. She's just like lying here. I knew about that.
I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is.
Yeah, let's try another one, but it's grayed out now, so maybe
There
we are
used to be a
done.
midwife here,
Ah, maybe not.
but this place drove her mad as a Maenad. Said she could hear the. Fortunately for
I'm gonna
us,
pass those
she
real
locked
fast,
herself in the
considering
palace
it
weeks
seems to
ago
be a lot
and
of stuff
hasn't
we
been
know.
seen since. Centilla, the magistrate's youngest daughter. How can we trust him to govern a city?
Oh, we keep hearing that.
I heard Dacius has been offering a lot of money for a bow. Of course. Have you seen the way Rufius walks around staring at all the statues? But then, why does he have a collection of them in his... I hear Galerius has a thing for Equitia, but of course she's a Vestal priestess. If she sleeps with him, the magistrate will have to... Why do silly boys always... I hear there are blasphemous cultists walking among us. Some even say they have a secret...
Ah, okay, so this is what the secret shrine is about.
I've already told you everything I...
Well, okay, we got pretty much nothing new, really, but at least we are done with that.
Alright, see...
So let's keep looking. I think I'm not going to go on for too long still, but kind of want to tie up a few things before going. Locked, nothing special to read. Oh. We could steal it. I'm thinking stealing probably does not trigger the golden rule, considering how often it seems to be part of what you can do. But Decius, no, Rufius was the one. A phallic charm sought by the Romans to have divine protective properties. Not from Kabash. Oh. Okay, I need to remove that and then read. Oh, it's still blinding me. A dream diary from Kabash in which he describes his recurring dreams about a stranger named Kurti. Actually, not sure I know who Kabash is. We've got a lot of names to remember. It's a bit rough. Feel like we are getting to night already. Almost. I'm gonna go see Kitia about the command points of everyone. I think I'm gonna stop it there. Gonna be a short 3-hour stream. Not gonna be a long one, but I did start a bit late. We'll see. To be completely honest, I'm not entirely sure I want to go all the way into the Forgotten City. We'll see if I continue it next time. I'm not 100% sure unless someone can convince me otherwise, I guess. I kind of feel bad not going all the way into the game, but also I'm only half feeling it.
face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me. But you've come to the
Yeah,
right
everyone like sees us just arriving there and talking to them as we know them.
That's true. I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. What else? Yes, I also had such an encounter. What else? Yes, I understand many. It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. Let me ask you this. Did you happen to encounter a stranger in the forest before you arrived here? And did you happen to catch her name? I see. And was this Karen, by any chance?
Don't
wearing
think
a
she
hood?
did.
Because I've
Oh.
seen her before. There's something
But she did not wear the hood.
I think you'd better follow me to the baths.
What? How could you know that? And why are you talking to me instead of doing something about it?
Please, go and stop him, and come back to me once we're no longer in danger.
I'm gonna have to handle this, but how? I guess I can try to go and see, but I'm probably gonna just die. I can also go see up there about Ulpius. Oh wait, can I get in the villa from here? Oh no, it's not Maleodis' villa. Let's go and check. Wait, no, actually we don't need to. Oh yes, we can check on Ulpius and tell him we know Centilla has been escaped. Because they seem to think she has been killed, right?
Salve, friend. Welcome to life. All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no, no.
Okay, let's try. Maybe he's gonna be convinced by us knowing he didn't do anything.
If you lose your balance, you'll...
That's the...
What?
Why do you think?
I know, please.
I'm sorry, but I...
Please, I'll help him. Thank you.
You know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone. Well, if you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over. It's too late for that. Yulia and I made a pact.
Oh, so Yulia
She's
did
swallowed her
suicide.
this morning. If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that. No. No. Time's up. I am out. Wherever you are, Centilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
I need to check at the start of the day if...
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. That was not your fault. There's no way. I'll have to let... and I'd bet...
So, I was about to say... what was I about to say even? Yeah, I was wondering if by arriving early enough in the day, I could save Yulia too and save Ulpius then. Wait, let me follow her to see if she knows of a spot. Like about the secrets praying place, secret temple. Let's just see where she goes. I keep taking on some more loose threads before stopping. But it is how I work. Monkey brain wants to know the loose threads. Oh, he is here. I have a feeling I'm not gonna be able to follow her, but like due to the vine and all. Oh, it's locked again. Okay, so it's right here. I see. So let's see if we can still find Centilius. Oh no, it's Equitia. I don't know why. I mean, from the back I thought it was Centilius. Whoops.
Hello? Let me know when you...
Okay. So now we can go see Virgil, maybe, if he's still here.
Salve.
Ah,
Any news about my secret admirer? You went snooping in his place? That was risky. We're lucky you didn't cross any lines. Have you spoken to him about it? I would talk to him myself, but I think that would just... Nice to talk.
well... I'm thinking, probably considering how grumpy he is, Rufus is the one with rheumatism. Maybe.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She needs the resin of a plant called... No.
Okay, so seems like I was early enough, I just did not have the resin needed to complete that storyline.
Sure. What do you... I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleola.
Ah, I see.
Do you really want...
Yeah, okay.
Gladly. Well...
So nothing new from here. Yeah, so apparently I can come back early enough. Save her. It was almost it that time. I guess one easy way to go in Malleolus's villa is to just wait for the end of the loop. Oh, there is this too.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Sure I'm not.
Good. You'd be eaten alive, little runt like you. Nobody's told you about Hannibal?
Hannibal.
Why do I have to do everything round here?
Well, I've heard that,
So,
but
there
why?
was this guy called Hannibal, right?
Uh-huh,
Funny
uh-huh.
accent. Used to go down into the cisterns looking for junk he could
Oh
pick
yeah,
up
right.
himself. One day, a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted. Said he could hear spirits wailing. Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right? Anyway, a few days later, he goes back in. And hours go by, and he hasn't come back out, yeah? So I go down after him, and it's dark. But in the distance, I can just make out his body, sprawled out on the ground. And hunched over him was something that made my blood run cold. No word of a lie. I saw a creature. Like a corpse corpse of a man who'd been flayed, and it was eating Hannibal. If it was a man, maybe. But I swear on my life this was no man. More like a Strix, or some Versipelus that feeds on human flesh. I didn't stick around to see which. What any sane person would have done. I legged it out of there, and put a sign at the door to warn the others.
Maybe I'll give it a miss.
Good idea.
Okay, so we'll see what we do about that, but probably without the bow, which really is... We really have no purpose just going there. We are back here. I would like to go... Hi.
Citizen, we're finally alone. I assume you... We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Is that about right? Ah, I see. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now... I assume you sought me out... You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is a liar. Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times sneaking around. Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you that is not the case. You may not be aware of this, but it was not so long ago, during the Republic, the law of the 12 Tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his deformities. Here we see to it that he has food, water, and shelter, and most importantly, he is able to continue living. A privilege that would be taken away from all of us were he to be released and commit the crime of trespass. The man has no self-discipline, poor comprehension of what is going on around him, and is an incorrigible rule breaker. I will not jeopardize the lives of my people so that one man can go free. Now, was there something else? Ask then.
Okay, nothing new. So we're not too sure who exactly breaks the golden rule. It might be something else happening at the same time.
Thank you.
Like supposedly it's from this guy trying to attack. But we're not fully sure. Carrying bowl full of urine. With its ammonia content to wash and bleach their clothes. Hi. Urine scented clothes. Let's go. So now, where is the sister? Hello.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and... Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to... I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies? That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done. It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it. I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me. Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
I can ask that, but Ulpius did not seem involved at all.
I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
These eyebrows. This gives a bit, how is it game called? L.A. Noire kind of expressions.
I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance. Ugh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and...
Well, we tried. Had to give it a go. So basically all we've got now is the assassin saying Horatius. We can speak to Horatius a bit too.
What is it, citizen? I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals. I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl. And pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitor tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose. Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said.
Ah, so yeah, if you have a coin on yourself, get around to take you. You arrive here, I guess.
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that. I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested. Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like 100-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it. What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But Life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it, so railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing. A war crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent. Seems that way. War crimes. Ridiculous. If you like.
Well, I'm gonna ask, but we know
Not
who
that
it
it's any
is.
of your business. But my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change. I appreciate the thought, but you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings. What business is that of yours? A lot of people have been looking for her, but it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. What makes you think you can do better? No, it's not that. We all care for Centilla. She is, or was, a lovely young woman. But I learned long ago not to dwell on things beyond my control. Or to try not to, anyway. But I don't want to seem obstructive. If you have questions, ask away.
Ah, that's one big bluff right here.
Centilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. But none of them will tell me anything. You might fare better though, I suppose. Fine. I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Ah, nice. Register of each person in the city in alphabetical order. Okay. Aurelia we've seen, Claudia we haven't seen, considering we haven't seen Malleolus. Decius we've seen, Domitius we've seen. Who is this? Duilius? Yeah, so we've seen him. Equitia, we've seen her. Fabia, we have not seen her, or is she the one in the infirmary? I don't think so. Not sure we've seen Fabia. Galerius, we know. Georgius, we know. Kabash, we haven't seen, I think. Oh yeah, no, it's disappeared. Horatius. Yeah, right in front of us. Hannibal died in Cistern, yeah. Julia, Debt Bondsman to Malleolus. Julia. Oh no, Livia. Lucretia, okay. Yeah, no, okay, Lucretia. So we are missing also Fabia, I think. Money lending, in quotation mark. Navia locked herself in palace, yeah. Octavia. Cleaning, gardening. Oh yeah, we've heard about her, but haven't seen her yet. Rufus, increasingly agitated, so he's the one with rheumatism. Cynthia, restricted to her villa for her safety. Oh yeah, right, Cynthia, Scintilla, Cynthius. Who's... Yeah, okay, right, Cynthius, Ulpius, we've seen, Virgil, we've seen. Okay, we've seen pretty much everyone.
Not sure why you said it like that. Alright.
Okay, I think I've done pretty much all I want for today in this game. I'm gonna do a new save. And I'll see what I do about this. I will probably continue it, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be the only game I play for some time. Let me quit. Is it gonna quit? Yes. It's gonna quit fully. No, okay, we are here. Just gonna move you all to end stream. Gonna add a little music. Let's see. Let me move this back down. Move that back up. But yeah, I'm gonna see where I can send you all, and I'll see about next stream. It's probably gonna take a bit of time again to happen. We'll see how my own sleep and migraines help in that way. Hopefully it's not too bad for the rest of the week, but we'll see. Let me see where I can send you all. I think I'm gonna send you all to Ruru, probably. She's drawing, I think, right now. Let me see. Check following. Ruru streaming indeed. Pi is ending stream, I think. Beauty is still playing Gex. But yeah, I think I'm gonna send you all to a chill Ruru stream, art stream to end the day. Probably is gonna be a nice time. After some panic trying to run from golden statues trying to shoot at us. So yeah, I'm gonna let you enjoy a nice little art stream, and I'll see you as soon as possible. Probably not tomorrow night, but maybe on Sunday or Monday. We'll see. Anyway, have a great rest of your night or day, and see you next time. Bye bye.